2, 3.
Welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thanks for joining me. This is the last week of May here. We are finishing up Rhythm Month at my site. And as you just saw and heard, I did a accompaniment for a song in 3/4 time signature. And so this is an exercise and it involves a lot of cross-picking. So the correct title is Cross-Picking Accompaniment for Songs in 3/4. And this is, again, the 8th lesson I have involving rhythm here. And it's kind of something a little different than I have at my website. You know, I have a lot of bluegrass, old-time country stuff, some blues and this and that. But this is kind of more just an acoustic piece. It almost sounds like it could be a gospel song or contemporary. But it's just, we're trying to get some ideas about how to back up and, again, play the accompaniment for our songs in 3/4 and get creative when we do it. So there's lots of fills. There's even kind of like a little counter melody going on. That can be considered the fills in between some of the chords. And then we do some chord inversions as well, some different chord shapes. And we move up and down the neck and do some of these similar moves in just different places. And, you know, putting a different note in the bass, you know, with the chord inversions can give your playing some added texture as well as some style. So a lot of cool things in this lesson. It's a little different than some of my other ones, and I don't mind. Got to do some of that once in a while. So if you'd like to purchase the full-length version, you can click the link down below, and it'll shoot you on my website, and there you can do so. It'll come with about 30 minutes of video, PDF tabs, and 2 backing tracks. Pretty slow piece, so just 2 audio backing tracks. And if you really like the way I teach and approach learning, you like my style and the way, you know, just my whole teaching, you can click another link down there about being a member. And for a yearly or monthly fee, access this lesson and over 350 lessons, 3 courses, and a video exchange program. You can submit videos to me for critique. A lot of cool features there for a premium member. Give it a look if you're interested. For now, we're going to start walking through this lesson, just a couple measures at a time. We'll bring the camera on in. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and start breaking down a cross-picking accompaniment for 3/4 time signature, that is, in the key of C. And make sure to pay attention and very close attention to the markings in the bottom staff. They are pick directions, so we're going to be doing lots of right hand intensive stuff. Make sure you have that sorted out. And yeah, so here's the first few measures, and then we'll break them all down slowly. So 1, 2, 3. Do that one more time. Ready, go. Ended there on the first beat of measure 5. And as I mentioned in the preview there, you know, that kind of has this counter melody kind of within it, or, you know, you might think of it also as kind of incorporating some little runs into the next chord changes, and it kind of acts as like a little counter melody, or maybe just a melody yourself if you're playing all by yourself. So yeah, there's some of that going on, but there's ornamentations and fills, and then there's, you know, a little bit of a walking bass line as well. So a lot of cool stuff. So the first measure, okay, like I said, right hand pick control is going to be big. right here I have, you know, eighth note. I'm playing the C chord, and then I got 2/8 notes on the A and the D. You know, so I'm down, up, and then I'm gonna do a double stop here, G string and B string first fret. You know, so just part of that C chord, and then I'm gonna do a quick hammer on second fret of the G. So, and as you see there, that's 16th notes. Okay, so it's a quick hammer on. It's not an eighth note. No, it's 16ths. Okay, so it's a quick little thing, ornamentation. And then I come off of it, and on the upstroke, I pick, again, back to open on the G, first fret on the B. And then D string, A string. And we're going to be doing this sort of thing a lot. So as we get going, I won't go as in depth about every little movement, because there is kind of somewhat of a little pattern in the right hand that we're using, and kind of a rhythmic theme, if you will, throughout the piece. So in this first measure, we're going to be kind of doing a lot of this sort of thing. You know, we're kind of cross picking all across the strings there. We're adding a little hammer on. So let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. Oh, do it again. Okay, everything is nice and ringing over top of each other. 1 and 2 E and 1 and 2 E, 3 and. All right, and then we move on to the next measure, and it's kind of a little G/B, so the bass line is moving down. And I'm fingering that G/B like this, so pinky on the 3rd fret of the B, second finger on the 2nd fret of the A. And then I'm kind of getting cross picking through those strings a bit. A string, D, G, B string. And here's where we kind of start our run, and then 1st fret B, open B. And I'll take us to A minor. And then we go on to the next measure, A minor, and we finger our A minor, and we're pretty much going to arpeggiate throughout the chord here, and I do skip a string in here, so watch out. And then I skip to the high E, and then B, then G. So, you know, if you're having little troubles with some of the stuff, you know, you can sit there and do one measure for a very long time if needed. That is good practice. That's going to sharpen your right hand, and that's going to make things better for when you strum chords, when you take solos, when you do accompaniment like this. That it forces you to be exact and get clear notes, and that's what you want. You want things to sound good, right? You know, if you can learn these cool moves, but you want them to sound good. You want to execute them. So, and cross picking is a great way to really do that, to really, again, hone in on your right hand. And the next measure, open A, and then we have a little strum here. And then a little walk going to the F chord, so 0, 2 on the D. And then we'll take us to the F. All right, so all 3 of those measures, one more time. Or, I'm sorry, 4 of those measures. Ready, go. This exercise, it's not really meant to be played fast. This is something that we're going to be doing at nice slow tempos to make things, you know, really fill things out. And again, I think of it, we're trying to make this particular piece, thinking about pretty, you know, nice, sweet sounding maybe. So yeah, one more time and we'll move on. Ready, go. Okay. Let's move on to the next few measures here. They sound like this. We get to the F chord. And that open A signals the A minor coming up in measure 9. Oh, I'm sorry. So we get to the F, and I'm gonna hit that G string in there. I'm gonna leave that G string open, and so it's D string, 3rd fret, then open G, and it gives it a nice suspended feel there. And then so it's 1 and then a quarter note on the B string, 1st fret. And then here we go. We got our little double stops. It's very similar to what we did in measure 1. And making sure you're getting a clean sound. That double stops on the downstroke, double stop on the upstroke. Ready, go. Okay, and then we move to the next measure here. It's going to be a C. It's kind of like a C with the E in the bass. I maybe could have written that, but I just left it at the C chord. I'm going to go down 2nd fret on the D. And then you're going to do a little cross picking here. So D string, G, B, G, and then 0-2 hammer on the D. Because this note's an E. That's why I could maybe kind of call it E, C/E. That's what's in the bass. It's kind of the melody note here. Again, the counter melody, perhaps. And then we switch to a G chord, but I'm going to start 5th fret of the D. No, I'm sorry, 5th fret of the A string. It's a D note, 5th fret of the A. So 1, 2, then open D, open A, hammer 2 on the A. Open D. And I think I meant to say open D. So I'm getting my D's and A's mixed up. 1, 2, and 3, and A string, open D, open A, hammer 2, open D. And then we'll land on the low G here, 3rd fret of the E. And then I'm going to continue on with that strumming. Open D. Then downstroke on the, and then 2-3 hammer on the A, sets us up for the A minor. And two, if you haven't checked out, I have a lesson in the free member area, and it was rhythm lesson number 7, and I go over some basic 3/4 strumming. It's darn near the same chord progression here. I altered some things slightly, but it's I go over how to do some basic strumming, and I talk all about what I'm doing here. Okay, so you can check that out if that interests you. Obviously this is a little bit more advanced kind of lesson here. So let me play those 4 measures for you again. Ready, go. 2, 3, again, go. All right, so there's the first 8 bars. Let's move forward when you're ready. 1, 2, 3.